Have you ever felt like you're carrying the weight of everyone else's emotions? Like you're always the one who has to fix things, respond immediately, or keep the peace, no matter how much it costs you? What if I told you that the key to reclaiming your life, your energy, and your freedom lies in one simple act? Setting boundaries. Not the kind of boundaries that shut people out, but the kind that protect your soul. Today we're diving deep into why boundaries are your greatest superpower, how they reveal who truly values you, and why saying no can be the most liberating thing you'll ever do. This is about choosing you. So, grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's talk about the power of boundaries. Let's start with a question. How many times have you said yes when every fiber of your being screamed no? Maybe it was agreeing to help a friend when you were already stretched thin, or staying silent when someone crossed a line because you didn't want to seem rude. We've all been there. Society has conditioned us to believe that being endlessly available, emotionally, physically, mentally, is a virtue. But here's the truth. It's a trap. When you're always available, you become predictable. And predictability? It makes you a target. People start to see you as a resource, an emotional vending machine that dispenses comfort, validation, or solutions on demand. But what happens when the machine runs out of energy? You're left drained, resentful, and wondering why you feel so empty. Carl Jung, the legendary psychologist, talked about the concept of psychic energy, the life force that fuels your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Every time you overextend yourself, you're giving away this precious energy. And the kicker? Most people don't even notice. They take it for granted because it's always there. Think about it. That coworker who vents to you every day. That family member who expects you to drop everything for them. That friend who only calls when they need something. They're not necessarily bad people, but they've learned that you're a safe bet. You'll always pick up the phone, always listen, always say yes. And the more you give, the less they value it. Why? Because abundance breeds complacency. No one treasures what's freely given. So let's flip the script. What would happen if you stopped being so available? If you started saying no without guilt? Or chose silence instead of over-explaining? That's where the real transformation begins. Boundaries aren't about building walls or being cold. They're about creating a filter, a way to decide who and what deserves your time, energy, and attention. They're a declaration of self-respect. And here's the thing. Boundaries don't just protect you. They reveal the truth about your relationships. When you set a boundary, whether it's saying, "I'm not available right now," or "I need space to think about this," you're drawing a line in the sand. And how people respond to that line tells you everything you need to know. Those who respect your boundaries, they're the ones who value you, not just what you provide, but those who push back, guilt trip you, or get angry. They're showing you that they were more invested in your availability than in your well-being. Jung talked about individuation, the process of becoming your true, authentic self. And boundaries are a crucial part of that journey. They force you to confront uncomfortable questions. Why do I feel the need to please everyone? What am I afraid of losing if I say no? Am I giving my energy to people who'd never do the same for me? Setting boundaries is an act of courage because it risks rejection. It means being okay with being misunderstood, or even disliked, in the name of your own peace. But here's the beautiful paradox. The less available you are, the more valuable you become. When you stop being everyone's emotional crutch, people start to see you differently. They respect you, they earn your time. And those who can't handle it? They were never meant to stay. Now let's get real about something darker. Manipulation. Most manipulation isn't loud or obvious. It's subtle, silent, and often wrapped in guilt. It's the friend who says, "I thought you were always there for me," or the partner who makes you feel selfish for needing space. These aren't accidents. They're calculated moves to keep you reacting the way they want. Jung called this projection, when people project their own insecurities, fears, or needs onto you. And the more available you are, the easier it is for them to use you as a canvas for their projections. You become their therapist, their savior, their emotional punching bag. Not because you're weak, but because you've left your energy unguarded. But when you set boundaries, you break the cycle. You stop being a blank canvas. You refuse to play the role they've assigned you. And that's when the masks fall. People who thrived on your reactivity suddenly don't know what to do. They might lash out, accuse you of changing, or try to guilt you back into submission. But this isn't about you, it's about them confronting their own emptiness. Your boundaries are a mirror. They reflect back the truth about who people are. And not everyone is ready to face that reflection. But you're ready to stop being manipulated. You're ready to reclaim your energy. One of the most powerful tools for setting boundaries is silence. Not the passive, avoidant kind, but strategic silence, the kind that comes from self-awareness and control. Silence is presence. It's the refusal to be dragged into someone else's emotional chaos. It's the choice to observe before reacting, to conserve your energy for what truly matters. Jung believed silence was a gateway to self-discovery. When you stop filling the air with explanations or justifications, you create space to hear your own voice. You start to notice patterns. Why certain people trigger you, why you feel compelled to fix things, why you're afraid to disappoint. Silence is also a weapon against manipulation. When you don't react to provocation, when you don't explain your choices, you take away the manipulator's power. They're left grasping at air, unable to control the narrative. And that's when you see their true colors. But silence isn't easy. It feels unnatural at first. You'll want to fill the void, to justify yourself, to make things comfortable again. That's your conditioning talking. Push through it. Because on the other side of silence is clarity. It's the moment you realize you don't owe anyone your energy. When you start setting boundaries and embracing silence, something incredible happens. You begin to rebuild yourself. You stop being a reactor and become a creator. You stop letting others define you and start defining yourself. This is what Jung meant by individuation, a journey toward wholeness, where you become the author of your own story. But this journey comes with a cost. You'll lose people who only loved the old, overly available you. You'll face moments of loneliness, doubt, or guilt. That's okay. Those feelings are proof you're breaking free from a version of yourself that no longer serves you. In the silence and solitude that boundaries create, you'll find something new: peace, strength, a sense of self that doesn't depend on anyone's approval. You'll start attracting people who respect your boundaries, who value your presence because it's rare and intentional. And most importantly, you'll rediscover you that's been buried under years of people-pleasing and overgiving. This is your rebirth. It's the moment you realize that being misunderstood or rejected isn't failure, it's freedom. It's the courage to choose yourself even when it's hard, and trust me, it's worth it. So, here's my challenge to you. This week, practice saying no to one thing that doesn't serve you. It could be a conversation, a request, or even a thought that's draining your energy. Set one boundary, no matter how small, and notice how it feels. Then come back here and share your story in the comments. Write, "I chose myself," and let's build a community of people who are ready to reclaim their power. If this video resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're diving deeper into Jung's wisdom and practical tools for personal growth in the next video, and you don't want to miss it.